In November 21, we started looking at the possibility of setting up Fáilte style English classes. We saw the need in the area. We were starting to see an increase in new communities arriving into East Cork. When we looked at what was there through the Fáilte model nationally, there were no classes in the East Cork area. So we started to prepare and look at this. We were getting all our ducks in a row to get going maybe around April 2022, and just as we were about to start, the Ukrainian war started, and we found that we were up and running within a week of new arrivals into the Trebalgan area of East Cork.
Fáilte is a national project. It started out very locally in 2006 in a village called Summerhill in County Meath, and it really kind of originated when a group of locals identified a need within the community for casual, informal and inclusive English classes. And it kind of evolved from there over the years, and it's become a national project with over 300 active classes around Ireland.
We had Middleton, and Middleton is up and running by some great volunteers and every Friday in the Wales School. We decided that Mill Street would be a place that could do with a little bit of support, Macroom, Cove and Youghal.
What I've seen is the gap that's there at the moment between we'd say migrants being located in the community, but often not being involved in the community and connecting with the community. And we see that a lot with centres that are set up, that for a lot of migrant families, especially Ukrainians or internationally displaced persons, they're often set up in shared accommodation, and they're within their own community, and because they're within their own community, they speak their own language. And they then find it difficult to go out, to leave that sort of security that they have and go out into the Irish community and engage there. And it can be simple things such as, not being able to buy a coffee or struggling when they're buying the groceries or getting on a bus and talking to the bus driver.
I'm here because my country started war, and I never forget this first day that it started, because it's happened 600 meters near my house. We live near airport in Kyiv, and it's really hard feeling, and it was really scary.
Can you imagine us being asked to leave our country and then live in a country like Ukraine or Sudan, and then saying, well, now you need a whole new language. Not alone is a language different. In Ukraine, fair enough, they use the same symbols, similar, but then if you go to somewhere like Sudan, where it's Arabic, and then even right in the opposite direction, try learning that.
Fáilte is a little bit different to other programmes in that it's volunteer-led. It's a place where people can come and practice their English. So it is built around conversation. It's not built around a classroom-based idea of English teaching. And we feel that the ETB do that extremely well, and we find that the Fáilte complements the ETB class structure.
When I first came to Ireland, even though people were speaking to me in English, sometimes I didn't understand what they were saying to me because of accents and different phrases and different things.
Misinterpretation of language is very common. If a Cockman wants to say no, he says, I will, yeah.
When they walk through that door, you're welcomed. You're brought into a lively, loud atmosphere. You are encouraged to engage as much as you want or as little as you want, and we find that very much with some of the volunteers too. When you kind of explain it's fun and it's around conversation, you can talk about the weather, you can talk about shopping, you can talk about transport, you can bring anything into a conversation. It's just like talking to someone maybe at the checkout where you're just passing the time of day, and if you can do that, you can be a volunteer with Fáilte. The students themselves vary across the board, so we could have somebody living 20 years in a community and relied on their children to translate for them. But after a while, kids grow up, they move on, and they find they're isolated and their English still hasn't improved. Now, they may understand it, but they're not in the community speaking it.
You need to be almost able to think the language as well as speak it, because if you're thinking Arabic and then translating in your head, you know, that's when it's really challenging. And if you can get to people at that level, you know you've won.
Originally, I'm from Poland. How you probably can hear that my English is, I wouldn't say it's not perfect. It's really, you know, really bad. But that's why I'm here. I'm trying to improve my English skills.
I arrived in Ireland in October 22. My English level was very basic. It's like I could explain my name and where I'm from, and that's it. And I struggled a little because I was thinking that I will get English in 2 months, but it was a big mistake for me. Expectations and the reality, it's very difficult.
When the volunteer and the participant engage over a number of weeks together, they form a really lovely kind of relationship. They'll stick to the same tutor. The participant will come in the door and they'll stick with the same person, and they get to know each other. And that in itself is a real confidence builder, and it really helps settle someone who is nervous, and they realise they're not stupid anymore. What I'm saying is not wrong.
This program offers the possibility of a space where they are safe, feel comfortable, you know, feel really welcome to practice the English. Because as an adult, this is a thing, you know, you become a bit nervous about not sounding right, or just being a bit ridiculed. But that's not at all what you get here. You know, is people are encouraged to speak and feel comfortable to do it.
We have to make it a bit of fun. These people are volunteering to come in and spend their time, and they don't want it like a military drill, in my opinion. They like the flexibility that they can come out and leave and go out and have a cup of tea, or like that there's a great atmosphere in the class, there's nobody messing, they're having fun.
I feel that my English improved with you. Oh, yes. Thank you. And thank you too.
I like to help people, yeah. And the best part of it all is I have the best students.
When we share experiences, we talk about how we spend our day, how we spend the week and the holidays too. So it's quite interesting, very interesting.
I like getting to know people, and I enjoy it very much. I had just moved here from the United States when all the Ukrainians began to come here, and my husband has Ukrainian background himself, and we wanted to reach out to that community in some way and didn't really know how. And so this has given me an opportunity to give back in some tiny little way.
Called Haystack, it's like big family for me. I went every Friday, and I have some tea, I have chat to different people with different background. They give me some advices how to do this stuff. Actually, you know, it's very funny when I met them in Cork maybe, or Middleton, not on the classes, and I met them like close friends. They say, oh, hi Iskender, how are you? Did you get a job? It's a little chat, but it gives a lot for me.
So I found the new friends. It's not teachers, it's people. They're amazing, they're really amazing. So many positive, and I'm waiting for this time, really. All week it's maybe the main day for me, because I keep myself, but at Friday I can relax, because I'm feeling so well. They're really happy to see me.
I've seen a lot of people actually blossom through the work. And it has I'm thinking of a few of the older volunteers now who just came on a whim, and they are just enamoured by it, really. It has made such a difference to them. There's a whole network of people now open to them, and friendships, you know, it's great.
It's another family, really. Some people are so close that they almost feel like another grandmother to their learners' children.
The other thing that drives them is the workplace. A lot of them want to get into the workplace. Like Sergey from Ukraine, who just today I found out he got a job. Now Sergey's been coming to us for weeks, to try and improve his written English. And I've been working with him for a few weeks and a few months actually, and he came today and showed me an email. He has a job, and that's where they want to get to. They're there to learn English, not alone to integrate into the community, but also to be able to work.
I love walking into the classes and seeing the joy, the happiness in the room. I love listening to the volume. I love seeing people engaging. I love to see the tutors enjoying it just as much as the participants, as the students, because they bring an experience to it. You know, they bring their life learnings to a situation, and you can totally see it. You know, I love listening to the stories. I love the characters that we see. You know, both students and tutors, they're equally as individual. You know, the Fáilte Isteach model, our English conversation classes are so much fun for everybody. No one walks out of those classes with a frown. It is a win-win.